Yes. Let's start. Okay. Yeah. So Ishwarya's topic is Western culture influences our thoughts and culture only to an extent. Okay. Ishwarya.
Hello everyone. I hope everyone's doing great. Today, I, Aishwarya, will elucidate a small yet important element of our lesson, Ranga's marriage. You might have heard people saying that the Western culture has started shaping today's youth. But then, what exactly is Western culture? It is assumed that us as Indians or as one of the Eastern countries are dyed in the wool. Our traditions and culture, although not looked down upon, are considered to be old fashioned, and the ones practicing them are known to be hidebound. Whereas the Western culture in today's time can be thought as rationalized free thinking. The Western culture influences our thoughts only to an extent. Let's see how. Ranga had gone to Bangalore for education. He was the first person to have gone to another city to study. He told the author that marriage wasn't his prime concern at that point of time. He stated that even the king Dushyanta would not have fallen in love with Shakuntala if she wasn't mature enough. He says that he didn't want to marry a girl who had not come of her age. Ratna was a young girl of 11. Ratna's pleasant voice engrossed Ranga, and he eventually fell in love with her. When the author told him that she was married, Ranga couldn't accept it. He became sullen and restless. When Shastri approved of their marriage in accordance with the Shastra, Ranga agreed to marry her. It seems that even though Ranga believed in marrying a mature girl, he didn't support the idea of arranged marriages. He still loved an 11-year-old immature girl who was suggested for marrying by the narrator. This shows that tradition is still deep rooted in our culture, and Ranga's act can be explained as denial and also that he forgot his proclamation. In modern context, the tradition of child marriage, however, seems out of place. Traditions are not always good or relevant. With time, the purpose and intention behind a tradition fades away. Today, child marriages are not socially or legally accepted. On this note, I would like to put this presentation to an end. I would also like to thank everyone for their attention.
Very good. Very good. Great presentation, great pronunciation and fluency. Okay, one thing, Ishwarya. Basically, the topic was pretty clear, actually. Yeah. So the topic was pretty clear from the PPT itself. But just one thing that when I say that Western culture influences our thoughts and culture only to an extent, just one point was missed that although he was educated, okay, although he was educated and he believed in Western culture, Ranga ultimately married according to the Indian culture. Okay, so even though his thoughts were predominant by Western culture, At the end, he was convinced that Indian culture is the only way of getting married, according to him. Okay, but great PPT, very good. Just a second, let me put my very good. Okay, Shreya,
Yes, ma'am.
your topic
Yes,
was
ma'am.
okay. Your topic is Indian society has moved along from the way the marriage is arranged in the story.
Yes, ma'am.
Start.
Ma'am, can you make me the presenter?
You are already a presenter.
Ma'am, is the screen visible?
Yeah.
Ma'am, can I start?
Start.
Hello, everyone. Today's topic is Indian marriages have moved a long way from the way the marriage is arranged in the story. Discuss. In the story, Ranga's marriage, the entire process of choosing a bride for Ranga is based upon the system which was followed long back in our country. Now, the scenario has changed completely. Rarely marriages happen at a young age. People have become conscious about the fact that the marriage has to last a certain sense of maturity is required. And this maturity can be obtained through education only. When the boys and the girls decide to get married, they always make a conscious decision. Nowadays in India, marriages take place after the girl and boy consent to do so. Sometimes the parents and the
Shreya, you're not audible. You're muted.
since beginning I was muted.
No, no, no. Just for a minute. Okay, continue from since beginning.
Okay. In the story, the Ranga's marriage, the entire process of choosing a bride is based upon the system which was followed long back in our country. Now the scenario has changed completely. Rarely marriages happen at a young age. To last, a certain sense of maturity is required, and this maturity can be obtained through education only. When the boy and girl decide to get married, they always make a conscious decision. Nowadays in India, marriages take place after the girl and boy consent to do so. Sometimes the parents and the society do not approve, but the Indian law supports this decision. In the story, Ranga's marriage, the initiative for Ranga's and Ratna's wedding was taken by the narrator with the help of an astrologer. However, these days we see a lot of changes taking place as far as the marriage scenario is concerned in India. After independence, certain changes have come in the economic and social setup of Indian society. When empowerment has made women men's comrade and equal and not a mere prisoner confined within the four walls. Women Women education and access to jobs have changed the attitude of modern males towards them. A girl is now accepted as a partner in a marriage for her worth or qualities rather than the dowry. Early marriages have been banned legally. The minimum age for marriage for a girl is 18 and for a boy is 21. By this time, they attain physical, emotional, and mental maturity. Time of arranged marriages when the formal consent of the bride or bridegroom was taken for granted and the elders fixed everything. Thank you.
Very good. Very good. Okay, only thing, Shreya, it was a very good PPT. Good, everything fluency. Language accuracy was also there. But only thing that I noticed was about the chapter, it was missing. Okay, so you need to explain more about the chapter. But overall, in general, it was quite good. Very good. Okay, just a minute. So, what did we do yesterday? Laburnum top, yeah? We started Laburnum top.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is the theme of the poem, the Laburnum top? What is the theme of the poem? Raise your hands. Okay, Kanak.
The theme is a symbiotic relationship between the tree and the bird. The bird Goldfinch, and the tree was what was the name of the tree?
Laburnum.
The
Laburnum.
laburnum tree. The tree provides a shelter to the bird and its babies, while it brings life to it by um, you know by keeping life in that, by having a family in that tree.
Okay, very good. Yeah. Okay, so now the laburnum top is silent, quite still in the afternoon yellow September sunlight. A few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen. So, what do we conquer from here? That it is the autumn time, okay, and it is afternoon, it's the September, and the tree's leaves are almost yellow, okay, and all of its seeds are fallen. So, we know that it's autumn, okay. Till the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirrup, a suddenness, a startlement at a branch end. So now what happens? Now the laburnum tree is silent and it's still. Okay, so it's death-like. Okay, so the laburnum tree is death-like. Suddenly, what happens that a goldfinch bird comes. Okay, and there is a suddenness. Why is there a suddenness? Because at first it seems like it is dead, like tree, it is very silent, and suddenly there are sounds and there are noises in the tree. Okay, then sleek as a lizard and alert and abrupt, she enters the thickness and a machine starts up. Okay, now then sleek as a lizard. Now, like, are you afraid of lizard? Is there is anyone here who's like very afraid of the lizard? Yeah. Okay. I am too like terrified like with the image of lizard. Like if there is a lizard in my home, right? It's like in the drawing room or in the dining room, I will lock my door. I am that terrified of the lizard. I just cannot stand the sight of the lizard. Okay, I too can't stand a lizard. Okay, I have seen literally just people just picking up the lizard and just throwing it out of the house. I've seen this. Just imagine. Okay. So now what happens with the lizard? So lizard is very alert. So if there's a lizard there and you like move a finger around it, okay, it will just be so much alert that it will just run away. Okay. She's very alert. She's very conscious of everything. Okay. So the goldfinch bird has been compared to a lizard. For example, if there's a goldfinch bird, okay, it enters the tree, it is very alert, okay, and it is also abrupt. Why abrupt? Why abrupt? Because what happens is that as soon as it enters the tree now, it has to look for its children. Okay, she enters the thickness and the machine starts up. Now the bird doesn't just enter the tree, the bird comes and sits on a branch end. Okay, she sits at a branch end. And then after that, she enters the thickness of the tree. A machine starts up of chitterings and a tremor of wings and trillings. The whole tree trembles and thrills. It is the engine of her family. So as soon as she enters the tree, there's a lot of sounds. Of the sound is of chitterings. Chitterings is the sound that the birds are making. The chitterings, the tremor of wings, they are flapping their wings, and trillings is also a chirrup sound. Okay, so there's a lot of sounds and movement. Since there is a lot of sound and movement, it's like a machine has started up. Okay, so just imagine there's a machine. Okay, just imagine a car only. Car is a machine, right? So just imagine a car only. If you start up a car, it makes some sound, right? So you know that it has started. Okay. The same way, as soon as the bird enters the tree, it is like a machine has started up. Okay. The whole tree trembles and thrills. Okay. So now the whole tree is shaking because there's a lot of movement in the tree. The whole tree is shaking. It is the engine of her family. Who is the engine of her family? The bird.
Goldfish bird.
Yeah, yeah, the goldfinch bird. Yeah, the bird is the engine of her family. So now see, the machine is the tree. The machine is a tree. So it was still, and as soon as the bird came, it became lifelike. It became alert and it started shaking and all. Okay. So it started. So machine started. So machine is the tree. And who is the engine of that machine? It is the bird. Okay. Yeah. She stokes it full, then floats out to a branch end. She stokes it full means that she feeds the children. Okay, she feeds the children, the nestlings, and then again goes out to the branch end, showing her barred face identity mask. Now, what color is goldfinch bird?
Yellow.
And what color is the tree?
Yellow.
Yellow. Yeah. So both of them are yellow in color, right? So to distinguish the bird from the tree, if you see a goldfinch bird, there is a black mark on the face of the bird. Okay, so that distinguish itself from the tree. So it is her identity mask. Okay, it is her identity mask. So when you see from a distance, if you see a bird sitting on the tree, if you see a goldfinch bird sitting on a yellow tree, the black part of the face will be its identity mask. Okay. Then with airy, delicate whistle, chirrup, whisperings. Okay. Delicate, very soft. Okay, so now she's making very soft whistle like chirrups. Okay, she makes the sounds and then she launches away towards the infinite. Okay, after feeding its children, she again goes away to the sky. She flew away. Okay, towards the infinite. Infinite is the sky we are talking about. Okay, she flies again towards the sky and the laburnum subsides to empty, and then the tree again becomes empty and still. Okay, so now we see that there are three phases in this. In the first phase, the tree is silent, very still. Okay, in the second phase, the bird comes in and the tree is lifelike again, it becomes alive. And then in the third phase, as soon as the bird flies away, the tree again becomes silent and still. Is the poem clear?
Yes, ma'am.
What
Okay.
is eerie delicate?
Airy is very peculiar, very strange, very different. Okay. Delicate is very soft. Soft is the sound that she's making. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now just read the poem everyone once and ask if there's any doubt.
Ma'am, why
Yeah.
it's an abrupt.
Why is it abroad? Because it comes very suddenly. Okay, and
Okay.
as it is very alert also, if you just move something away from her, she'll just move suddenly. So that's why abrupt. It's the suddenness in them, in the lizard and in the bird.
मैम ये ट्रिलिंग्स का क्या मतलब होता है?
Trillings is the sound. Trillings is the sound that they are making.
Ma'am, does thickness mean the trunk of the tree here?
No, no, the thickness means the top of the tree, like inside the tree. Like when you go deep into the bushes and all, right? There's the thickness of the bushes. So that the part which is like filled with leaves and everything.
Ma'am, when it is saying it is the engine of a family, we're referring to the nest of the
It
goldfinch.
it is the bird. The bird is the engine of her family. So as so why is the engine of a family? Because the bird is the one who gives the fuel to the family. Fuel is the food. Okay? So the bird is the engine of a family. Because of her, the machine starts up.
Ma'am, but can't engine be a place that has noise and work going on? Like here in the nest, the goldfinch is feeding its children, so that could be it.
No, 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 no. You don't understand. See, it's written that the a machine starts up. This is clear. What is the machine? It's a tree, right? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Just imagine a car. Car is a machine. Now, just imagine a car without the engine. Will it start? It won't start, right? We need the engine. Yeah. So when there's the engine in the car, then only it starts up. So same way the engine is the bird. Only when bird comes and feeds the children, there's the movement and there's a sound of the birds. They get a kind of an energy, you can say. Okay. So the bird makes noise, the children, the nestlings make noises and make movements, and because of that, the tree becomes alive again. Okay, so the bird is the engine.
Mom,
Okay,
then
ma'am.
what does it mean by machine starts up?
Machine is the tree. Okay, now just imagine. Should I like draw and show it to you if you don't understand? Okay, wait. Okay, now just imagine this. Let's make a comparison. Okay, the tree is silent. Okay, the tree is totally silent. There is no noise, nothing. It's just standing still. It's just very silent. Okay, the nestlings are sitting in the tree very quietly. They are not making any sound, nothing. As soon as the bird comes, as soon as the bird comes, the bird feeds the children. The bird feeds its nestlings. Now imagine when you have not seen your mother, when you've not seen a parent for a long time, and suddenly your mother or your dad comes and you get excited, right? Because you've not seen them for so long. So same way the nestlings also get excited. Okay, so as soon as they get the food, they see their mother, they start making noises. Okay, they start making chirrup sounds and they start flapping their wings. They start making noises and they start moving themselves. So as soon as they do this, the whole tree becomes alive again. Okay, now I'll give you one more example. Just imagine you're standing here and there's a tree at a distance and the tree is very silent. Obviously it's very silent. There is no wind, so the leaves are not moving. There is no noise coming from inside the tree is very silent, but suddenly you hear chirping sounds from the tree itself, right? Because there's a nest inside the tree and there are birds inside that nest and the birds are making the sound, so you can hear that sound from the tree itself. So same in the poem also, the tree was very silent. The bird came, the goldfinch bird came, gave the food to the children. The children started making noise and started flapping their wings, and then the tree became alive. Okay, now is this clear? This is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So now the tree is the machine. Okay, tree is the machine who has been like shut down for a while. Okay, the tree is the machine. So the bird comes, feeds its children, and as soon as she feeds its children, the machine starts up. The tree becomes alive again. So the bird is the engine of the family or engine of the tree. Is this clear?
Ma'am. Mm.
And now let me know if there's any doubt.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Any doubt, anyone?
No, ma'am.
Now, who will do the activity for this poem? Just one. I just need one student to do the activity from this poem. See, ultimately, all of you has to do it. You know that, right? You have to do this. This is compulsory. Okay, I'll choose. Okay, Shashwat, are you there in the class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you will do the activity. Okay, and text me from your number. I'll send you the topic also. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. And you will present in the next class. Okay.
Ma'am, on
Now,
this chapter, right?
on this poem, yeah, I'll give you the topic.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now, tell me the poetic devices that you see in this poem, one by one. The first poetic device that you see, try. You
I'm alliteration.
okay? Alliteration. Where?
Ma'am, in a September sunlight.
Very good. September sunlight and one more. One more. There's alliteration. One more.
Ma'am, suddenness,
Ma'am,
startlement.
No, 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 no. Suddenness and startlement. No.
Ma'am, alert and abrupt.
trembles and thrills.
Tree trembles. So alliteration is when two words are together and the sound of the starting of the word is same. So tree trembles and September sunlight. Very good, very good. Another poetic device that you see, suddenness and startlement. This is not a poetic device because they are
Ma'am, twitching. Chirag, onomatopoeia.
Very good. Onomatopoeia. Sudden, because there's in between. Suddenness, subtleness. That's why. The two words had to be together. Okay, someone told me about onomatopoeia. Yeah. Where is that?
Mum twitching Chirag.
Twitching, chirrup, trillings, okay, and chitterings. This is also onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is sound words.
Making of the sound.
Sound words, yeah. Another poetic device. Anyone?
A metaphor,
Okay, very good. Where?
engine of a family.
It is the engine of the family. Very good, very good. One more. So we have done three so far. Alliteration, onomatopoeia, and metaphor. There are three left. Okay, what is sleek as a lizard? What is sleek as a lizard?
Ma'am, it is a simile.
Very good, very good. It is simile. So, simile, sleek as a lizard. Then, can one guess another? Okay. Three trembles is done, no alliteration. Okay. One we have is personification. Three trembles and thrills can also be called as personification. What is personification? Yeah. What is personification? How is this personification? The tree trembles and
Some
thrills.
description of a non-living thing as a living being.
Very good. When you attribute human-like qualities to an inanimate object. Okay. So the whole tree trembles and thrills. Okay. One more is transferred epithet. What is transferred epithet? When you put an adverb to describe a noun. So here, showing her barred face, identity mask. Okay, so identity mask is our noun, and to describe that noun, you've used an adverb that is her barred face. So this is transferred epithet. Okay, so six poetic devices we have. Okay, now moving on to question answers. Okay, what do you notice about the beginning and the ending of the poem? Raise your hands. What do you notice about the beginning and the ending of the poem? Anyone? Answer.
Mum tree becomes silent.
Very good. Very good. In the beginning and the ending of the poem, the tree remains silent. Okay, so you have to explain this. Okay. To what is the bird's movement compared? What is the basis for the comparison? This one's very easy. Okay, Kanak, answer.
Ma'am, it's compared to that of a lizard
Very good.
when she enters the tree, she's sleek as a lizard, very alert and abrupt in her motion.
Very good. Very good. Why is the image of the engine evoked by the poet? Anyone? Why is the image of the engine evoked by the poet?
Ma'am, it is evoked because as the bird comes in the tree, it became alive, and after it leaves, it became dead.
Okay, that like. Okay. So the image of the engine is evoked by the poet because it serves as a source of energy for the purpose of running a machine. Okay, so engine is used to run a machine. Similarly, the bird also serves as a source of energy for its family. The way a machine cannot work without an engine, similarly, the family won't be able to survive without the bird because the bird is the one who brings food to the family. Okay, what do you like most about the poem? This is a subjective answer. What do you
Ma'am,
like?
may I?
Yeah, yeah, please answer.
Uh, yes, ma'am. What do you like the most about the poem?
Yes.
Ma'am, I like the description. The laburnum tree laden with yellow flowers. Apart
Very
from
good.
this, I also like the arrival of the old picture. It changes the silent tree into one full of noise and activity.
Okay, very good. Very good. Great answer. Anyone else wants to answer this question? What do you like most about the poem?
Mom, the way he explained a simple activity with such complexity.
Okay, very good. Okay. What does the phrase her barred face identity mask mean? What does this mean? Her barred face identity mask. Yes, Aryan.
Yes, ma'am. The laburnum tree has flowers that fall like bars, and when the bird sits behind the flowers, the shadow of the flowers on her face looks like she is wearing a mask that has bars on it. Thus, the bird is actually an adjective for the flowers and has been transferred and applied to the bird.
Okay, and also it distinguishes herself from the tree. Okay, very good.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, note down the sound words. What are the sound words in the poem? What are the sound words?
Alliteration.
Ma'am, twitching chirrup,
Twitching chirrup.
chitterings,
Okay.
tremors,
No,
trillings.
no, no, not tremor. Tremor is not a sound.
Ma'am, tremors not,
Whistle.
No,
trillings
that's like okay, trillings.
and whistle chirrups.
Twitching chirrup. Movement words.
Mom, tremor, trembles.
Tremor, trembles. Very good. And
Launches away.
launches away. Very good. Comes. Yeah. Starts up. Machine starts up. Okay. What is the dominant color in the poem?
Yellow.
Yellow.
Yellow. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now we just have to discuss one more thing. Next class, we'll start with discovering truth. Okay? Yeah, I just have to discuss a few more notes of the laburnum top, and then we start with discovering truth. We are not afraid to die. You've done that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. The address is left. Okay. We still have 10 minutes. Let's just finish the notes of the chapter. Okay, can you all see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, about the poet, Ted Hughes was an English poet and children's writer, and his work included a lot of nature. Okay, and in particular, he used a lot of animals imagery in his poems. Okay, okay, just read the central idea. Read this, everyone.
Yes, ma'am. The poem is centered around the laburnum tree and the goldfinch bird. It presents the sweet and repaying relationship between the tree and the bird. The tree stands quiet and still in the afternoon of September during the autumn season. However, it comes to life as soon as the goldfinch arrives and perches on it to feed her young ones. As soon as she leaves, the tree becomes elusively silent again.
Okay. So is the central idea of the poem clear? That the whole poem is centered around the laburnum tree and the goldfinch bird, and it tells us about the reaping and the mutual relationship between them. Okay. Read the theme.
Yes, ma'am. The theme of the poem is the mutual and repaying relationship between the tree and the goldfinch bird. The tree gives shelter to the bird and its young ones, and the bird in turn takes away its silencer.
Okay. Now I'll be sharing this with you so you can read the summary later. Poetic devices we have discussed simile, metaphor, alliteration, personification, and transferred epithet. Okay. Now give me these answers. What is the significance of yellow color in the poem? Anyone can answer?
Laburnum.
Yeah. What is the significance of the yellow color in the poem?
Laburnum.
Significance of yellow color.
Ma'am, it means, ma'am, the significance of yellow color in the poem is that, ma'am, is that the laburnum trees, all the leaves of the tree are yellowed, are fallen down because it's autumn.
Okay, very good. Okay, so we have the autumn season that shows the tree leaves are turning yellow. Then we have the yellow is the color of the tree also, and the yellow is the color of the bird also. So it seems like the bird herself is the part of the tree. Okay, why has the poem been named the Laburnum Top?
The laburnum top refers to the whole laburnum tree, which is described in the poem as dead and silent, but it is brought to life by the goldfinch. So the
Very
laburnum top.
Yeah, so the top of the tree represents the whole tree itself, and everything that has been happening in the poem happens on the top of the laburnum tree. That's why that part is very significant. Okay, give a brief account of the sounds and movements of the goldfinch. This we have done. The sound words and the movement words we did, right? So you have to explain that. Any doubt in any of the questions?
Significance of yellow color. थोड़ा
So
बता दो.
yeah, significance of yellow color is, where is the yellow color present in the poem? One is the leaves that are turning yellow in color because of the season. One is the color of the tree is yellow, and the bird's color is also yellow. Okay, so the first point will be the yellow is the dominant color in the poem. Second, since the tree's color and the bird's color are same, it seems like the bird itself is a part of the tree. Is it clear? So it seems like the bird itself is a part of the tree because of the color. Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, I'll be sharing this with you. So, yeah. So now I have to share Ranga's marriage assignment with you and the laburnum top notes. Okay. Any doubt in the poem? Anything you wanna ask? Anything? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. I'll see you in the next class and we start with a new chapter. Okay, bye, take care.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, okay, bye.